Welcome to PUBG Playbook. I thought whenever we were going through the group stage of PCS7, it was definitely going to be a Sonic's video. I mean, 50% win rate, pan kill, charging people out for a fist fight. It's just an insane set of games that Sonic's managed to push up. But then, in day number 3, match number 2, we got some crazy circles and a 19 kill victory for Wildcard that I just had to dive into. From Circle 1, we knew this game was going to go off. E United was on a tear, and this circle looked to be setting up another great game for them. There is so much about to go down, I can't even begin to tackle it all in a few minutes. We're going to jump in at Phase 3, where we already have 46 players down in a competitive game and a large amount of water. Note that Wildcard is going to be on the western zone wall, and they shift to the south and push into fools that are holding the coast. The next circle pops and finally leaves most of the water behind. This circle is very sparse for the 13 teams still remaining, so you know it's about to get absolutely explosive. This circle is E United's backyard. They drop and they loot here. They know everything about the area. Add in the fact that they are already at 5 kills. What E United don't know is that there is still one solo that survived a push into their fort and built a factory. While that was being prepped, Wildcard is still in their duel with fools, and Waikikimukau manages to clutch it up, and 2 of his members are down, and they manage to reset back to 4. That Collector's solo and Ribbons manages to pull off a sneaky play and take down 2 of E United, meaning the fact that this circle is far less under control. With E United now weakened and not capable of overseeing what's happening, Wildcard can make a push into a strong compound of the circle in the north. They have to take on Snow Patrol to do it, have 2 members of their down, and they manage to reset again, now at 6 kills and that precious 6th place position on the overall leaderboard. As Circle 5 has revealed itself, cover is still going to be a problem, and that's going to be reoccurring from here through the rest of the game. Pack 8 now realizes they need to make a play and rolls along the zone on the western border, one member dying to Wildcard and the other crashing into Rumblers. Now it's about to get even messier. This circle is fairly open like we've been talking about. The buildings to the south are being fought for, but mostly being edged out by the zone itself. A hill in the north has some value for cover, and a pylon is in the east. There are also some hills to the south that some of the teams are playing, and then a tower in the middle of everything with the remains of 4 funners trying to hold it down. It is open sight lines everywhere. It is going to be 4th and 5th parties all the way through here, and we still have a ton of teams alive. The 9-kill duo from E United drive by harassing from the north. 10 teams still remaining. Nikos and Adam finish off BBB, while Waikikimukau throwables wipe out Never Surrender. 2 teams dead at the exact same time by Wildcard's hands, and even the downed Greg shot is capable of being rezzed. Only 8 teams left. After surviving for a while, Vegas is finally found by the Rumblers and they finish him out. 7 teams left. To the south, Immaculate and ADR have been scrapping for so long. The pressure has been consistently building to finish this fight or figure out a way to leave. This circle has cut out so many options. To the east, the Spicy Fish duo turns the E United duo into a solo. And now we move into Circle 7. The only things remaining in this circle are Wildcard's Hill and the 4 Funners Tower. Everyone now has to move and handle finding some type of safety in a coverless path in an absolutely barren circle. Desperate times call for some desperate moves. Immaculate smoke the opening to their warehouse, planning a fast and furious style of escape. Unfortunately, that smoke that blocks vision onto them also means that it blocks vision for them on all the immovable objects around, bumping into a truck, each other, a rock, and finally a Wildcard Nikos. Not the most immaculate of rotations. Wildcard Nikos was knocked by the combination of a car and being pushed so far out of the circle it almost feels like he's in Miramar, now waiting to die. Rumbler's Waldo knocks out Wildcard Adam, and Greg counters that by knocking Waldo. Waikikimukau drops a nade right on top of the remaining Rumblers. 5 teams left. With Immaculate and Rumblers now gone, ADR realizes they have an opportunity, smokes a path to the tower, and ADR now has center circle control, and the rest of the team is coming to reinforce. 3 teams now remain. Spicy Fish sends 1 to the Wildcard Hill, and Pat stays behind to cover. ADR smokes causing a problem and blocking vision between them. Waikikimukau and Adam for Wildcard move to take out Hydonics, but it's going to be Pat that covers them, knocking Adam. Unfortunately, that does mean that Pat had to move to an angle he was vulnerable from ADR, and now he gets knocked. With Adam being knocked, Waikikimukau moves back to cover his other 2 teammates, allowing Hydonics to move forward and push into the Wildcard hillside, wiping Adam. But that is all Waikikimukau is going to allow as he sees it and kills Hydonics. 2 teams now remain. Wildcard with the hill and ADR with the tower. Greg sees Greta about to make it to the tower and gets a pivotal knock. This is a situation we talk about a lot in competitive. When you knock one player on a team, you are technically removing 2 from a fight. The one down player, and now one has to commit into the res. And when your team only has 3 members left, that means it's all onto one person to defend the entire squad. Wildcard knows this, and Waikakamukau dives into the Dacia, peels out, heading for the tower. Waikakamukau pushes the smoke side of the tower extremely fast. The solo res defender and Dylan is watching the opposite side of the tower from the stairs. All 3 ADR players are very close to each other. This means that only one angle on the tower was capable of being defended, and Waikakamukau managed to push into their blind side. Nades now fly out from both sides. Cal takes damage as he opted into nading the high side of the tower. ADR finishes their res out. Dylan then moves to peek the strong side. Greg is waiting in tree cover, patiently trying to cover Waikakamukau, and that patience pays off as he manages to drop Dylan. And this next bit is clean. After finishing the heal, Waikakamukau throws through 2 different windows. Zray was playing the tower stairs, and he now runs into the 2nd floor, afraid of the push that's going to be coming. Right as Greta commits into a res, now with no defenders, the moment Cal rounds the corner and gets the drop onto him. Now only Zray up, he decides to go for an Assassin's Creed play, jumps out the window, but a clean flick coming out from Waikakamukau drops him as Zray's body lands on the UAZ in the ground. Defeated. Only one team left, Wildcard, for a total of 19 kills and a round victory, 29 points. The group stage weekend was about trying to get into those top 6 spots. With 29 points in one game, Wildcard manages to get into, therefore skipping the LCQ. But you do not want to skip the LCQ. This has been one of the strongest group stages I have seen for North America. Now we're going to be bringing Latin America back in, and you know this LCQ is going to be absolutely nuts. We have 2 more stages before we find out who's going to be representing Americas and going to PGC. Make sure you stay tuned in because every single step of the way, this is going to be amazing. And as always, I'll see you on the battlegrounds. Hopefully not in the same game that Wildcard's in.